Hello, hello, hello. I am back. I pray that all is well with you and your family. So I wasn't on last week. We had some family things going on. We had a death in the family, and there was so much going on with the family, dynamics and getting things in order for the service. And afterwards, I was just exhausted. So I had to, step back for a minute and, just try to relax and replenish before I came back to you. But as I was thinking about what I would share with you today, I'm going to kind of tie in about, the grieving and the loss of the family with one of the families in the Bible. But we're still talking about the dysfunctions in the family. So today I'm talking about David and Absalom. So King David, right? We got King David. He has family issues, family things just going on in the home, things that weren't dealt with. But one of David's son, Absalom had hatred for his father. I don't know if you know anyone like this, or maybe you personally feel that way, perhaps about your father or your mother. You just have this hatred for them because the relationship is not where you desire for it to be. But why did Absalom hate his father so much that he would dishonor him? So David was a man of war. All right, so he was never home. He was out on the battlefield. Um, he was out there with his soldiers, right? He was out there doing what a king does, out on the battlefield. So David was an absent father. His children knew of him, but didn't know him. They knew him to be the king, right? The king of Israel, King David. Um, he was an absent father, all right? So he wasn't there giving his children what they needed as they were growing up. But when the time he finally slowed down, all right, so all of these seeds have been already set in motion in his children. But Absalom, he just had a deep hatred for his father. David was not a good husband, he didn't discipline his children. And then we have Ammon, another one, Ammon. And then we have Tamar. All right, so Tamar is Absalom's sister, right? So Ammon wanted her so bad, right? Instead of going to the king and asking for her hand in marriage, he decided to force her, right? He basically raped her. And when Absalom found out about this, he was livid, angry, upset, right? And when his dad found out about it, when King David found out about it, he was angry too, but he didn't do anything about it. And that wasn't right. But Absalom took matters into his own hands. He killed his brother. He set up this whole scheme to kill him. To kill him. Absalom took care of that matter. But David had some serious family issues. He had 7 baby mamas. Can you imagine? 7 households. There is no way to give everybody in those households what they needed. There was no way he was going to be able to run all 7 households between the wives and the concubines, right? He had a lot going on. But Absalom was brought back to the city where the king was because he was away. And he didn't go and see the king or his dad for 2 years. Now, I'm sure that even made Absalom boil even more. I'm here now and he still doesn't have time for me. And when David finally gets the news about his son Absalom being dead, he cried out. They never got to be reconciled and work things out. Or seize, we must seize every opportunity that we have to fix our relationships. So Absalom, he had contempt for his father. He stole the people's heart, right? He was at the gate, all right? This is what I would do if I was king. He slept with his father's concubines, who was the king. David could have had him killed, right? Right on the spot. But David loved his son. But don't ever love your children so that you don't discipline them. He wanted to kill his father. That's what Absalom wanted. He wanted to kill his father. I believe that Absalom wanted the love and attention of his father so bad that he didn't get it. He figured, hey, I'll lash out. I'll do this. Well, he ain't going to do anything anyway. But the father, who didn't take his role seriously, which was King David, he felt that thing when his son died. So I'm going to tie all of this into what my family have been going through the past few weeks about uh, grieving and reconciling relationships before it's too late. It just seems like the worst comes out of our families when we are grieving. Family members can begin lashing at one another, and I know that we all grieve differently, but that doesn't give you the right to curse anyone out, you know, lash out at them. Because that right there is like a boiling pot. It has tipped over at that point. There's something else going on that you didn't deal with, like for years. For years, you didn't deal with the issue. And now you're at that boiling point. You're going to blurt it out in front of everybody, which everybody doesn't need to know. But that's what I'm saying. Don't wait until it's too late. At this point, Absalom is dead. Now David is crying out. He never got the chance to reconcile with his son. He never got the chance to affirm him, to pat him on the back. Good job, boy, my son. Good job, boy. The way to go. None of that. Don't wait until it's too late to reconcile. Now, King David has to live with all that guilt. You don't want to live with guilt because you didn't handle your business. He didn't straighten things out with his son. So don't let that be your story. With all the dysfunction that goes on in all of the families, I'm sure my family is not the only one. You have the black sheep in the family. You may have the drug addict in the family, the loose person in the family, male or female, the person in the family that don't want to hear nothing about God. But then when something happens, God, why me? Why me? We all have those dynamics in our family in one way or another, but we don't deal with them. Confront the dysfunction in your family before it's too late. You don't want your family member to pass away and you never had the opportunity to have that discussion. It will weigh on you. It will weigh on you. The guilt of it. Have courage enough to have that tough conversation. If you need to take someone with you, take someone with you. Let the third party know that you just need them there as support. You don't want to gang up on the person. You just want to let them know your heart, how you feel about a situation that went down. Handle the dysfunction in your family before it handles you. That's it for today. I will see you next time. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.